A very sweet welcome, everybody, to a nice and sweet, gentle Vinyasa class, just to work a little bit through the body. Please come to sit. As always, come to sit on a block or a folded up blanket so you can sit comfortably and with your back, your spine upright. Let your hands rest comfortably on your legs or in your lap and allow your eyes to soften or to close. Feel your breath. There's nothing you have to change right now. Simply notice the in and exhale. Allow the muscles of your face to soften. Soft forehead, the space in between the eyebrows soft, and your mouth, jaw relaxed. Then bring your hands in front of your body and interlace your fingers. Flipping the hands around, bringing the palms forward and reaching the arms overhead alongside the ears until you have the sensation that the palms of your hand are parallel to your ceiling or sky. You can move the head gently left and right, stretching the arms and the spine long. And then place your hands behind your head with your elbows wide apart and lean your head gently into the palms of your hands, opening the chest and heart. Relax your arms and bring yourself into Down Dog Ardha Mukha Svanasana. The hands are shoulder width apart, fingers spread wide. Shifting the weight back, remember that you can keep your knees soft if needed to lengthen the spine. Bend your right knee and shift your weight more towards the left leg, left foot, allowing the heel to sink possibly a little deeper. And allow your breath to flow easily. As always, if you feel the need to move something, please move something. And then bending the left knee, stretching the right leg longer, possibly allowing the right heel to sink a little deeper to the floor. Again, just playful, warming up the body. And then lengthen out both legs again, lifting the sitting bones up high. Maybe shake something out, wiggle your bum. Always enjoy the work with your body. On your next inhale, rising forward to a plank, bringing your knees down, bending your elbows and lowering your chest closer to the floor. Then push your body forward and through into Cobra, your feet pressing firmly into the mat, lowering down on the exhale. Then repeat, inhale, peeling the chest off the floor, the neck stays long, exhale, lowering down. And the last time, inhale, peel the chest off, shoulders stay away from the ears, and exhale, lower down. Then reaching the arms back, and with long arms, long legs, long neck, lift everything off the floor, Shalabhasana, feeling the backside working, allowing your fingers and your toes to spread, and again, no stress in your face, letting your forehead be baby soft. Hold it for one more inhale, maybe lift just a little higher, and then exhale, lower the body down with your hands alongside the chest. Inhale back onto hands and knees, maybe realign a little bit, curl your toes under, and shift back into Ardha Mukha Svanasana, Down Dog. And slowly start to walk your hands back towards your feet, towards the end of your mat, and staying for a moment in that standing forward fold, again, maybe with soft knees when you just start out. Then bend your knees fairly deeply and allow your butt to drop a little deeper. Maybe do that 2-3 times, like a gentle squat. Just to loop up those knees a little bit. Your head is super heavy, so your neck stays nice and long. Good. It's also a little warming up of the ankles. If you want to stay in the squat for a little longer, you can do that too. Remember, all playful. Then bringing your hands to the floor, lifting your sitting bones high, letting your upper body hang forward, standing forward fold. If you have a little bit more space, or if you want to stretch out the legs completely, feel free to do so. I'm going to stay for one more breath. And then allow your knees to soften to bend and roll yourself up to come to stand. If you feel the need to move anything, move. And please step to the top of your mat to start with our sun salutation. Feet hip-width apart or together, your choice. Hands in front of the chest, placed in Namaste. Feel the length of your body. Feel the weight in your feet. This is also a lovely moment to set an intention for your practice. Maybe it's just a word or an idea that gets you through today. And then take one more exhale. On an inhale, circling the arms up overhead, gazing towards your hands or thumbs. On an exhale, folding forward and down over your legs. Inhale, a half lift to lengthen the spine, and exhale, step your left foot back, big lunge. On an inhale, reaching the arms up. And even though you stretch the arms and spine, your shoulders are not raising up, so keep that nice and grounded. Your right knee is over the right ankle, your left leg nice and long, and your left foot pressing firmly into the floor, into the ground. On an exhale, bringing your hands down, step your right foot back into down dog, long spine. Hold it for a breath, no rush. Your sitting bones lifting high while your heels are lengthening towards the floor. Fingers are spread wide and the tips of your fingers pressing firmly into the mat. On an inhale, come forward to a high push-up plank. Exhale, lower down into chaturanga, low plank or fully to the floor. To inhale, open your chest and heart. And exhale back into down dog. On your next inhale, lift the left leg up high, long leg. Exhale, left foot steps forward, big step, big lunge. Inhale, reaching the arms overhead, lengthening through the arms, through the fingertips and beyond. Again, left knee over left ankle, right leg long, right foot presses into the mat. Take one more inhale. And on an exhale, placing your hands to the ground, stepping right foot forward, folding your chin towards your chest. Inhale, the arms circle up, come to stand, reach into the sky. Exhale, folding all the way down towards your feet. Inhale, half lift, lengthen the spine, work the navel. Exhale, right foot steps back, big lunge. Inhale, the arms reach up. Stay for the exhale. Letting your breath flow, work with a gentle ujjayi breath. One more inhale. And on an exhale, placing your hands onto the mat and step your left foot back, down dog. Use your inhale to lengthen the spine. Find that line from your hands, wrists, all the way through your upper body into the sitting bones. Again, if you feel your neck stiffening up, give it a little shake, roll it a little out. It's all good. You're here to move. On an inhale, again, come forward to a high plank. Exhale, lower down, low plank or to the floor. Inhale, open your chest with cobra or upward facing dog. And exhale back into down dog. On your next inhale, lift the long right leg up high. Exhale, stepping your right foot forward towards the top of your mat. Inhale, the arms reach up. And again, we're staying in the lunge so you have some time to enjoy not only the posture, but you yourself being in the posture. Because, hey, if you never enjoy that, why step on the mat? Again, remember your face as soft as your breath. Take one more deep inhale. Exhale, placing the hands down to step your left foot forward, top of the mat, folding upper body down, chin to the chest. Inhale, the arms circle up overhead. This time bring the hands in front of the heart space, middle of your chest. Inhale, arms circle up. Make it nice, make it deliberate. Exhale, folding forward and down, active knees. Inhale, half lift to step or jump back into a plank. To exhale, lower down. Inhale, open the chest. And exhale back into down dog. Remember not to stare down, straight down on the mat, so your neck, the back of the neck is nice and long. Inhale, right leg lifts up high. Lift it even higher, open the hip and start to bend your right knee, possibly moving and circling a little bit through your right ankle. Left heel heavy to the floor and the spine stays long. On an inhale, lengthen the right leg out, level the hip. Exhale, step right foot forward, big step, knee over ankle. Your left hand stays on the mat and you reach on an inhale the right arm up into the sky for a delicious little twist. Remember, if necessary, you can always bring your back knee onto the mat. Otherwise, make sure that your left thigh is truly lifting away from the floor so you're not dropping your left hip too much. Take one last inhale to exhale. Bring your right hand inside your right foot. Re-lengthen the spine, the back leg, and bend your elbows to lower your left ear a little closer to the floor. On an inhale, lift up and walk yourself to the left long side of your yoga mat. Legs wide apart, toes are pointing forward. And then bend the left knee, bend the right knee, and just shift your badonka donka to the left and to the right. Make this really like you just woke up and you just need to move a little bit through the body. Don't overthink it. This is just moving. Either resting your hands or even your forearms onto the mat. Upper body hangs. This is all just to say hello to your own hips. Remember, hips don't lie. Now let's bring a little bit of form into the posture. Find your way back into the middle, lengthening out both legs as much as it is available. Inhale, lifting your chest high and long, and on the exhale with your navel drawn in, fold forward and down. Prasarita Padottanasana. And one more exhale. On the inhale, lift your chest, walk your hands forward under your shoulders, turn your right toes back to the top of your mat, follow with your hands, level the body. So on your next inhale, you can step into a high push-up plank. Exhale, lowering down. Slow, low plank if possible. Inhale into upward facing dog. Remember that your knees are off the mat. And exhale back into down dog. Same shebang on the other side. So this time, on your next inhale, you're going to lift your left leg. But then you're going to lift it higher beyond the leveled hip, opening the hip up high. Bend your left knee, bringing the calf close to your thigh, bringing your heel close to your butt. Flex your foot or circle through the ankle, your choice. Keeping your shoulders fairly leveled. On an inhale, lengthen the left leg, level the hip, and bring the left foot forward to the top of your mat. This brings you into the twist, so reach your left arm up high, back leg long or back knee on the mat, possibly gazing towards your left hand with a nice long neck. And if you do so, check if your right eye can see your left hand. Lengthening through both arms for one more inhale. Exhale, place your left hand inside of your left foot. Re-lengthen the spine. Exhale, bend the elbows, lower your right ear closer to the floor. Inhale, re-lengthen your arms, and then lift your butt. Turn to the long right side of your yoga mat, turning the left toes with, and then same game as before. You're bending the right knee, bending the left knee, shifting your hips left and right, just playful. For those a little bit more comfortable, if you want to dip a little deeper, that's absolutely allowed. Again, always make every practice your own. Then find your way back into the middle. Same game. Inhale, lengthen the spine, but for those who want, interlace the fingers behind the back. Exhale, folding forward and down and allowing your long arms, wrists, hands to drop behind your head towards the floor. Please remember not to shift your butt too far behind your heels, trying to keep it fairly aligned. On an inhale, we lift the chest, placing the hands under your shoulders. Turn yourself forward to the top of your mat. Inhale, high push-up plank. Exhale, lower down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog, active legs. And exhale back into down dog. And by now, in this part of the practice, down dog should feel like coming home. It should get more comfortable. Hold down dog for one more breath. And then we're going to shift into pigeon. So bring your right leg up, draw the right knee under the body into the outside of the mat. Left leg nice and long. Inhale, lift the chest. And exhale, fold yourself forward. Ekapadaraja Kapotasana. Allowing your head to rest if you like. So this is probably a really good moment to address the weird little yoga sing-sing voice I have. Because if you know my class, you know I'm a screamer, getting terribly excited about the practice. But right now I'm hunched over a microphone, so I have to take care not to scream your ears off. That's the main reason. Allow your breath to flow sweetly. So if the part of the practice before brought you a little bit out of your breath rhythm, this is a good moment to come back to it. Allowing your in and exhale to come. For our next part, it might be helpful to have one or two blocks close by. We're going to shift into Gomukhasana, cow-faced posture. So lifting your torso, hands on the shoulders. Lift the body just enough to shift your right knee into the middle of the mat. Closing the left knee from behind and come to sit in between your feet on a block or two if needed. And if this is really impossible for you, just remember, keep your left leg long forward and just work a half Gomukhasana. Hands resting for a moment nicely on your knees, thumbs out to the side like a cow face, and then reaching the arms out to the side, hugging the world, bringing right arm under the left, crossing the elbows and reaching your fingertips up, and then wind your right arm one more time around the left. A lot of people like to interlace their fingers here and have weird little grips. Don't get too used to that. Don't make that a habit. Aiming to have flat palms, flat hands, fingers pointing up, and turning your little fingers forward. Your shoulders stay down, specifically the left shoulder, And if you want to rest your forehead for a moment against your thumb fingers, please do. On your next exhale, reaching the arms out to the side, and then place your right fingers to the floor and reach the left arm alongside your left ear, long spine, and exhale, reach over to the right side, reaching the left side long, the left hip nicely grounded. Please don't forget to breathe. If you want to gaze under your left arm up towards the sky, the ceiling, please do, keeping the neck long. Hold it for one more exhale. And on the inhale, lift yourself up nice and tall, reaching the right arm up too. And then turn over to the right side, placing the right fingers behind you and the left wrist outside right knee for a little bit of a twist. The main thing you remember for all the twists is keep your spine long. And no force in the body. Why force anything? Working hard is not the same as forcing stuff. Please remember that. Hold it for one more inhale, lengthening through the very top of your head. And on your next exhale, turning yourself back forward. Take your time. Then place the hands in front of you. Come off what you're sitting on top of. Step your left foot back, step your right foot back, and lengthening into Down Dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Now I know exactly what you want, at least some of you, so you have the time for it. If you want on an inhale to come forward to a high plank, exhale, lower down, controlled. Inhale to open the heart, a little vinyasa, and exhale back into Down Dog. Then please do, before we set up for the left side. Pigeon pose on the left. On an inhale, lift your left leg up high, reach and stretch out. Bend your left knee under the body and to the outside of the mat. Lengthening your right leg behind you. Be comfortable. Use support, a block or a blanket if needed. And then with a sense of long spine, slowly start to fold yourself forward, resting on your hands, forearms, or even your forehead. Again, notice your breath. Despite that Vinyasa is really a practice where we want to connect breath and movement, we tend to sometimes forget a little bit about the quality of the breath. So make it part, make it habit, make it a ritual in your practice whenever you can, to at least listen and become aware of your breath. Only through being conscious you can start to improve the relationship between movement and breath. And all of that without overthinking, of course. Ready or not, here we come. Take one more exhale. Place the hands back under your shoulders, lifting your torso. Tuck your right toes, back toes under. Lift the body just enough to shift left knee into the middle of the mat and close the right knee airtight from behind. So there's no space in between your knees. Your feet, ankles, if possible, equal distance away from the hip. Hands resting on your front left knee. Sitting tall. Sitting tall, sitting proud, resting in that seat. And then we're going to add the arms and shoulders again. So on your next inhale, reaching the arms out long to the side. Your left leg is over the right, so we bring the left arm under the right. Crossing the elbows, bending the elbows, reaching the arms up, and then the left hand one more time winds around the right arm. If possible, fingers pointing straight up, turning little fingers forward. Just through the setup of your arms, most likely your right shoulder wants to go up a little higher, so press the right shoulder down specifically. And again, if needed, you can rest your forehead against your hands, against your fingers. It's not so much about doing something right or wrong, it's about becoming aware of what you do. On your next inhale, reaching the arms again out to the side, place the left fingers towards the floor, right arm reaches up and over, finding some length on the right side of your body with your right hip grounded and fixed. Feeling your breath really working into the right side of your rib cage. Keeping your right arm fairly long, so no broken elbows, broken wrists. It's a sense of lengthening from the right hip through the right fingertips. Again, if you want to turn your head gently up towards the right arm, you can. On an inhale, lift yourself up to sit, both arms up high. And exhale, turn to the left fingers behind you, right arm possibly outside, left leg. Feeling your spine long. If you prefer to hold with your right hand the left knee, that's okay. I'm generally not such a fan of the grabbing and pulling yourself in. So I like that your right arm is long and you press the back of the right arm, right wrist into the leg to support your twist. Even though you might look towards or beyond your left shoulder, there is no stress in the neck. Remember, this is not where the twist really happens. Your neck is mobile enough. On an exhale, turn yourself back forward. Shift the weight forward to your knee so you can remove your blocks and step back into, guess what, down dog. Thank you very much. Woohoo! Wiggle your butt. For those of you who still need a vinyasa here, do it now, because we're going to change our position and we're going to come to sit on the floor. So if it's part of your practice to jump through your arms, you absolutely can. You can also find a really gentle way to come to sit on your mat with your legs long in front. Come truly to sit on top of your sitting bones, feet flexed without your heels leaving the floor. Place the hands alongside the hips, keeping the spine long, Dandasana, staff posture. Notice what your lower back is doing. We are aiming for the natural gentle curve. On an inhale, reaching the arms forward and draw your arms deep into the shoulder socket. Keep the arms like this. And then tilting from your hip forward. Don't let your arms reach away from you. Try to really find the movement from the hip flexion. And then finally, take hold of your ankles or your feet. Then you can always inhale, lengthen the spine, and exhale, either folding all the way down. You can do this in a 2, 3, 4 breath. If You know this is not an easy posture for you. Better work with a long spine instead of folding all the way forward and down. And as always, if you need to work this posture, Paschimottanasana, with a belt around your feet, wonderful, do so. If your feet are hip width apart like me, and you're working with a strap, then it makes sense to bring a block in between your feet. So when you bring a little oomph, a little pull to the belt, to the yoga strap, then your feet are not turning inwards. You have that little block in between your feet to keep that form. Some people prefer the feet being together, inner feet touching. Wonderful. To each his own. Let's come here to our last breath. And then on an inhale, let go of your feet, lift yourself up to sit. Placing the hands behind you with your fingers pointing forward, bend both knees, feet hip width apart. And then lifting your hips, comfortable tabletop. Remember that your feet are not starting to turn out wildly. And really make the effort of lift in the area of your hips. Strong feet, strong arms. Look straight up or allow even your head to drop behind you. That's your choice. And on an exhale, bring your bum back down onto the mat. Let's add one more seated twist. Left leg long, right knee stays bent. Reaching the right arm behind you, and your left arm hugs the right knee. Or for those who want, bring your left elbow to the outside of your right knee. Your choice. As you are working towards and with the right side, we tend to forget then about the left. Make sure your left leg stays long and energized. On an exhale, turn yourself back. We change, right leg long, bend the left knee, left hand behind you. Wiggle, wiggle if you need to. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, follow the twist with your right arm around or outside of the left knee. Last inhale to lengthen the spine. And on an exhale, turn yourself back forward. Come to lean back onto your forearms, elbows under your shoulders, legs long and together, fully energized. On an inhale, press your elbows into the floor, lifting your heart space, middle of your chest, allowing your head to gently drop back. Matsya Asana variation. And for those of you who feel very comfortable in the posture, know this really, really well, and you want to get a little bit more oomph in this, then you can slightly lift your heels off the floor with long legs. Make this not too big, make this not too high. Good. Just engaging. Hold it for one more inhale. Lift the chest, push the elbows down. Exhale, lower your legs and lift yourself back up to sit. Cross your ankles or swing the legs around to come one more time onto hands and knees and bring yourself onto your belly. Sphinx or half cobra, elbows again under your shoulders, the chest lifted, the spine curved, your neck in extension of the rest of your spine, legs long. Pressing your elbows down into the ground, allowing your shoulders to drop away from your ears, and allow the middle of your chest, your heart space, to draw gently forward. For those very comfortable, as a variation, if you want, pressing your hands deeply into the mat and lengthening your arms, lifting the chest a little bit higher, pressing the hands, arms, shoulders down into the ground. Again, not a must. And on an exhale, all of us come down onto your belly, reaching the arms back, forehead possibly touching the floor. Lengthen the body, and one more time, lift everything off the mat into Shalabhasana. And as much as you lift, same amount of lengthening in the body. Long legs, long arms. The breath cool as a cucumber. Exhale, lower down, but bend your knees to take hold of your ankles, flex the feet, and on your next inhale, rise back up into Dhanura Asana, the bow. Make sure, because it's so tempting as your body wants to help you, that your knees are not opening wide apart, keeping your thighs, legs parallel. And don't look so upset. I look fairly upset, I can see. But I'm not. Good. On your next exhale, lower down and make it really easy. Just flip the body around. For a moment, if you like, you can keep your feet a little further apart and let your knees rest against each other. Your body sweet and heavy in the floor. Again, notice your breath. And the heart openness and the back bends goes a little faster, that our breath gets out of whack. So calm the breath again. That should be your main focus. That is the true mirror of your practice, where you at your practice, how the breath goes. And then we set up for our final posture before Shavasana. Feet hip width apart. Toes are pointing straight forward, pressing your feet down, lifting your hips off the floor. Half bridge. If you like to bring your hands behind the body, interlacing the fingers and roll the shoulders more under to open your chest, great. Make sure that your neck still has a natural curve. You're not pushing your chin down into the chest. It's never a good idea. And you can stay here, hold it nice and strong, or if you prefer, place the hands alongside your ears, fingers pointing towards your body. Inhale deeply onto the crown of your head. And then inhale deeply, rising up completely into Urdhva Dhanurasana, the wheel. So the energy of your legs is to lengthen, to stretch out, which you will notice brings your chest forward. That's the idea. On your next exhale, everybody come down onto the mat. If you want to move and let your knees drop a little left and right, just to release the possible tension in your glutes, hips, lower back, please do. It's your last little moving before we come to lay and rest in Shavasana. So stretch yourself out depending on the room you are in. Make yourself comfortable, a little blanket or a little support under your knees. A simple exercise in giving up a little bit of your control. Your body can now fully rest, and hopefully so can your mind. No worries. We're going to stay for a few minutes, but I'm here with you, and I will talk you back out of the posture. So now just relax. become soft. And then slowly getting ready to come back into this moment. Move your fingers, your toes, or stretch yourself out gently if you like. Feel free to take a deep breath in and out. And then slowly bending both knees. Roll over to your right side and bring yourself up to a final short seat. Maybe just sit on your heels, change it up once in a while. We are all busy people, we are urban yogis, everybody has things to do, but always take the time for a conscious beginning and a conscious ending of your practice. So you're learning, you're teaching yourself to become aware of what you do. Be proud of yourself for making the time to do something for yourself, for your own body. I thank you. If you practice in the evening, I wish you a good night's sleep. If you practice in the morning to get ready for your day, I wish you an awesome day. I hope I get to see you soon again on the mat, be that on Zoom or in live classes or in a workshop. But for now, I just say goodbye and I bow down to you. Thank you so much for practicing. Namaste.